It's real interesting in terms of like there was a lot of bearishness. Maybe we got a little bit of a pump in the last 24 hours, but like it's been super bearish and people going, oh, it's going 20 or whatnot, and capitulation is going to mount. But if you were to look at our variation models like MBT signal, MBTS, every capitulation, like from the 2018 capitulation from 6,000, 3,000, or the COVID capitulation. They really started from medium to high levels of valuation of Bitcoin, according to that metric. And we're actually really undervalued right now. It's near extremes of undervaluation. So I think it's really hard to mount a capitulation because it's oversold to such a degree. So on-chain is, at that stage of what we call mean reversion. It's so far out from its mean that the gravitational force is towards up, right, which is where it wants to be. And so anyone shorting this in correlation to any crash might have some success, but I think it's limited because of that mean reverted force on basically fundamental on-chain valuation metrics. So I feel like that's it. We're just waiting for futures demand to come in, and it's an interesting time. If that doesn't happen, maybe we get a decoupling, because I seldom do I see these kind of long time frame metrics break down. If you look at it zoomed out enough, it's always going to revert. Yeah, I think we're undervalued right now, and it's hard to push it down. It's easier to pull it up on bullish correlation trade, harder to pull it down on the bearish trade.
Yeah, I agree. And at the risk of being called a moon boy, which I'm called anyway. So, yeah, all the signals, whether you look fundamental, and I mean, well, like stock to flow, for example, with that, or on-chain, realized cap, or other metrics, macro news, the number of countries that are opening up to Bitcoin, everything is positive. Of course, there can be a black swan. Of course, something can happen that we haven't seen in the past. Or volatility is low. Like Willy said, the futures premium is low. I watch that like a hawk. If that will go up again, if the leverage will enter the market again, the dormant coins, the people in profit, the people in loss. I can't imagine, unless a black swan, any other scenario that this is one of the best buying opportunities that we have seen in the entire history of Bitcoin. It's compatible to 2016, 2011, 2013, or 12 even, the beginning of the bull run. So I know that sounds like moon boy stuff, but that's how I look at it.
It's real interesting in that, because when I look at this market, I think the market topped in sort of that May. Capitulation hadn't happened in May going into June.
Yeah.
And then we had this relief rally, which is this weird kind of, I've never seen that before, rally to an all-time high, but fundamentals wise, it wasn't reflective. It was almost overbought, and there was no substance behind it, not in the metrics I track. And so I would say we had capitulation. We're being in a bearish sort of sideways accumulation with this sort of weird ass move to 70,000. That's like an anomaly, but the fundamentals didn't support it. It came back down, and we're still in this accumulation phase similar to that bottom 3,000 in 2019 and the 150 to 250 250 in 2015. So we're waiting to come out of this accumulation phase.
It feels like we went through a full cycle in 1 year, right? We had the bull market in May indeed, and then we went through a full market from an on-chain perspective. But it doesn't feel, and not in price, of course, because we didn't go down minus 80%. So I get that some people are still waiting till Bitcoin drops to 20 or something, but from all other perspectives, we are at the rock bottom.